Hello, everyone, and welcome to Armstrong High School for CTN's live coverage of high school football. Tonight, the Falcons host the Coon Rapids Cardinals in a game that very well could decide the champion in the Suburban Blue. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action in a huge game here in Week 6.
Well, this game has the potential, all the makings of a very classic game. You're talking about two defenses that really bring it. They pursue to the ball well. They're very good. Their front sevens are very equal, and this should be a very fun contest.
Falcons celebrating their home team. They are undefeated this season at 5-0. Coon Rapids riding a 4-game win streak, and they have done so with their defense. A pretty good offense that they will have to try and contend with here tonight. This one is a line drive toward the right sideline, scooped up by Tarnu at the 6. Spun around as he crosses the 20, and he's down at about the 23-yard line. Decent field position for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, and they're going to start this drive out here and with pretty good field position. But what the biggest thing for them is they really want to mix the pass and the run. They want to establish the run, but I know they want to get Jake Van Hulsen, as you see on your screen, in a rhythm.
Well, he's definitely a dual threat for the Cardinals. Scored 3 rushing touchdowns last week. Threw over 225 yards in each of the previous 2 contests. 1st and 10 from the 23. Coon Rapids with 3 receivers on the right. And they swing Jeebly out. It's a straight quarterback draw, and Van Hulsen out across the 25 to the 27-yard line, a gain of 4.
Coach Nagan, when I talked to him, head coach Jack Nagan of the Falcons, said he's very concerned about the athletes on this Coon Rapids team. Probably some of the better athletes that they've faced all season long so far. So he knows that this defense is in for a test.
Van Hulsen throws left, complete to Doe, comes back to get a block. Stretches, should have it up for the first down.
Cardinals are without a couple of offensive players. Ryan Garlick not playing tonight, and of course Sonny Tao, who we saw got injured last week, not playing this evening as well. And they're going to certainly miss his ability underneath.
Handoff goes to Jordan Doe, finds a seam on the left side, and will be out very near the sticks again. And Coon Rapids would love to see the offense really get on track right away here.
Well, they would, and I think it's confidence for them. I know coming in, they figured that they're playing the team above them in the standings. They want to control the action. They want to take it to Armstrong.
Give it to Doe again, slips out of some traffic and finds a first down out to the 47-yard line.
We didn't see Doe run the ball as much. We're going to probably see him here tonight versus last week against Park Center. I mean, certainly quite a different opponent for Coon Rapids here in Armstrong.
Jeebly and Doe both in the backfield. Doe goes in motion to the right. Play action fake to Jeebly. The pass to Doe. He gets a couple of blocks, cuts back. Big gain. Spun down at the 30-yard line. And Coon Rapids is threatening in Armstrong territory.
You know, great play. We've seen these receiver screens, but look at the block by Sedil, number 2 for Coon Rapids, able to spring Jordan Doe.
Tried to go that quick swing pass to Cedillo, and he dropped it. And let's go down to the sidelines, Jen Halverson.
Thanks, Joe. Well, it's a battle of the birds tonight. The Falcons and the Cardinals, both teams, like you mentioned, 4-0 in conference play. Now, Robbinsdale Armstrong, they have a multifaceted offense tonight, averaging 200 yards per game, passing and rushing. But Coon Rapids has been showing that strong front seven all season long, spearheaded by senior Miles Taylor. With only a few games left, it's going to be an interesting test tonight to see how the Cardinals do. Ultimate test for head coach Nick Russin, see exactly where his team is at and the battle for first in the conference. Joe?
Well, now you're in 3rd and long.
Not where they wanted to be.
Well, no, and obviously this 4-down territory in this situation, but it's not where they want it to be. But again, this is a good defense, and they're going to pursue to the ball, and they're going to figure some things out as this game goes on.
Blitz coming, and they jumped across. Coon Rapids will get the free 5, and that's a big 5 yards, as you talked about 3rd and 10.
Still 3rd down.
So it makes it a little more manageable here at 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 from the 24. Jeebly, the man in the backfield, along with Van Holzen, and they are definitely threatening up front on the defensive line.
Now, they're anxious. They're anxious to attack, and they have to be concerned they cannot jump.
Van Holzen, quick throw, complete to Doe, and he just sits down right at the sticks. It will be a 1st down.
Now, I like the quick rhythm of that throw from Jake. Just get it out of his hand quickly. Doe does a nice job of sitting down in the soft spot of the defense. He knew where he needed to be for that 1st down, and it was just a quick pitch and catch.
Needed 5, got 6, 1st and 10 from the 18. Ethan Tedrow is going to line up as a split end on the right side. Jeebly in the backfield along with Van Holzen. Quick counter. Jeebly avoids the pressure in the backfield, gets headed upfield, jumps over a couple of guys down to the 15-yard line, a gain of 3.
Yeah, Jeebly is so quick, and again, avoiding that first tackle, allowing him to turn upfield to pick up positive yardage. Just a nice job here of just getting away from a tackle. And then he realized he had a little real estate in front of him, able to pick up that positive yardage.
You're going to mark him closer to the 16, so 2nd and 8.
Looked like he picked up a little more than that.
Rolling and now throwing back, complete to Jeebly. He's got blockers in front of him. Little ankle tackle may have saved a touchdown.
Yeah, you can see the acceleration of Jeebly. You know, again, nice job because they went the other way initially. Jake came back, found him, and then you're going to see the acceleration here. And as you're right, Joe, a bit of an ankle tackle there, just enough to get him to fall to the ground. Otherwise, he may have gone into the end zone.
3rd and 3 from the 11 now.
There's a jump again. And that's something that can't please Coach Negrin. Again, you want to be aggressive.
On the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So referee Gerald Leader, we appreciate
that. Not still 3rd down. That'll give him 1st and goal at the 6.
We appreciate him wearing.
It's a 1st down.
There we go. He heard you. Good job, Joe Young. Your voice does carry.
And I was going to say, if they didn't get a 1st down with a try and kick the field goal, they go to the counter play. Jeebly in the middle, down close to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, a nice job, Jeebly, just cutting up field. Saw a
good
nice
block.
job. I was going to say
great
good block
seam for him.
Nice hole.
2nd and goal from the 2. Handoff goes to Jeebly, hitting the backfield, and he may have lost a little yardage. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, this is a big stand for the Armstrong defense here. They do not want to give up points on this opening drive to Coon Rapids.
Back to the original line of scrimmage, so still at the 2. Armstrong bringing a lot of pressure up the middle with their front 7.
And I wonder if this play was originally designed for Jake to take it in. And I know Armstrong knows that Jake's a good running quarterback.
They'll go running option for Van Holzen. He is down short of the goal line. It'll be 4th and goal from the 6-inch mark.
Let's see that again. I thought he was gonna get in. It was great job to keep him out.
That was Fernando Ayala.
Yeah, great
Just
job using your body.
keeping his momentum from getting to the goal line, and you saw the knee go down. 4th and goal. Van Holzen under center, quarterback sneak. No signal. Touchdown, Coon Rapids.
Oh, just a nice drive by the Cardinals, and they needed to cap that off. They couldn't turn it over on down there in that situation. And we saw them in the opener against St. Thomas Academy not being able to push it in from 3 tries on that very same spot. Just a really good job of the Cardinals. Good push up front. And then you can see Jake easily getting through and falling into the end zone for the touchdown.
Alex Findlay out to attempt the extra point. It is up. It is no good. It is 6-0.
I think that's the first one he's missed all year. Second one he's missed all year. Thank you, Harley Schultz, our master statistician. We'll see it again. Just you get a big push from the big boys up front. Jake's able to get in, but
Jeebly using all of his might to push as well.
And we'll see. We'll see if that missed extra point comes into play as this game continues to unfold.
Well, and earlier I was going to say, had they not gotten that first down, would they have kicked a field goal?
Right.
They do have a field goal kicker that's a definite weapon.
Oh, he's got a leg. There's no question about that. Like I said a couple weeks ago.
And in a game like this,
yeah, could be huge.
Field goals could be big.
Could be huge.
But will the missed extra point come back to cost them? We shall see. Just over midway through the first quarter, Coon Rapids draws first blood. A nice, long, sustained drive. 5 first downs.
Well, you see that 14 plays, 77 yards, 6:19 off the clock. And Jake Van Hulsen, another rushing touchdown, had 3 last week against Park Center. Another one here tonight to start their first drive. And you got to be impressed with the Cardinals. They did a nice job offensively against a really stout defense.
Nick Barrett and Jordan Lewis, the deep backs, to accept the kick. And it is a good line drive. Takes Barrett back to the 3-yard line. Looking for room in the middle. Avoided the first pressure. Flag comes in late. He's out to the 21. But this one's probably going to go back a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's an illegal block by the Armstrong special team. We'll see what our official has to say, Mr. Leader.
Let him know, Coach.
Holding, number 88 of the return team. Half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. First down, Armstrong.
And that is a tough penalty for these Falcons. They commit a couple of encroachment penalties that allow the Cardinals' drive to continue deep in their territory, leads to a touchdown. And then on the ensuing kick, this essentially backs them up 12 yards. They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 9.
Well, they could have called 2 penalties. You saw a clear block in the back.
Jake Breitbach out of the shotgun. Handoff right side, not a lot of room there for Caleb Jones. Jordan Nolan gets the tackle.
Jordan, one of the leaders of this team, 37 tackles, a sack, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery so far on the year from that young man right there. And we've talked all season long about how stout this defense is. You see Nolan just fighting off a block and making the tackle.
And they go with Jones again, this time a gain of a couple off the right side, but it's going to be 3rd and long from deep in their own end. This is a team, though, that can throw the ball. They've got a number of different guys who can run it as well.
Well, they're a very good offense. The Cardinals' defense will definitely have their hands full this evening.
3rd and 6 from the 13. Breitbach with time, floats it to the man in the flat. That'll be a first down. Knocked out of bounds is Armin Walker, just shy of the 25.
Well, Breitbach has 926 yards, 17 scores on the season. He does a nice job rolling to his left. Good protection, able to pick up the first down.
Handoff goes to Korma, trying to get around the right corner, and he's dropped to the backfield for a big loss. Down at the 21, sets up 2nd and 13.
Also, keep your eye number 6, Ty Bowman for Armstrong. He's
90 yards and 2 touchdowns per game. Yeah. He's in the left slot. This pass incomplete on the right side, intended for Rashad Sherwood, I believe. Nearly picked off by Tarnu.
Actually, that was Jordan Lewis.
That was 89.
89.
3rd and 13. Big play early in this game. The Falcons trailing 7-0. 3rd and long for deep in their own end.
It's all about pressure.
Breitbach has 3 receivers on the left side. Looks that way, waits, throws, pass is complete. And a first down for Nick Barrett out across the 40.
No, Breitbach did a nice job of throwing under pressure, and he's coming off a little bit limping. He's staying in there.
Well, and they like to move the ball. They're not going to give the Coon Rapids defense chance to regroup. 1st and 10, handoff goes again for Jones. He's met at the line and pushed back. They'll say he lost a yard. 2nd and 11. Breitbach gives it to Jones, hit in the backfield and dropped for a big loss. Miles Taylor all over the running back, deep in the backfield.
Yeah, he's so quick. He's so quick, and it's tough for a blocker really to hold their block. You're going to see him come into your picture. He's going to blow past that line of scrimmage, able to make the tackle for the loss, puts him in another 3rd and long situation.
3rd and 16, need to get to the Coon Rapids 49 for a first down. They've completed 2 third downs already on this drive that started back at their 9-yard line. Trying to answer the opening drive score from Coon Rapids. Play action, Breitbach rolls, chase, throws on the run, is picked off on the far sideline by Joseph Tarnew.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a nice play by Tarnew. He just stepped in front of that ball. Breitbach was being pressured by the Cardinal defense, and he threw off his back foot. And that's a big turnover for the Cardinals. You're going to see it again. Just does a nice job of stepping in front of the intended receiver. That was Bowman.
And Coon Rapids will take over at the Armstrong 41. Turnovers, pressure, that's been the story. You saw Jordan Nolan was right on Breitbach's heels. Quick receiver screen right side to Jordan Doe, looking for some blocks, gets in behind Cedillo and falls forward to the 34-yard line.
That receiver screen works so well for the Cardinals. And again, you saw it there, just doing a nice job of getting the ball out there quickly. And that blocking by the receivers, it's the key to spring him to that additional yardage.
2nd and 3 now. Receiver screen on the other side. This one complete to Avant Shannon, but he is stood up at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you see how that defense of Armstrong flies to the ball. Shannon with the quick throw from Van Halsen, but you're going to see 3 red jerseys coming to your picture to bring him down.
Now they say a loss of a yard. They place it at the 35, so 3rd and 4. Quick pass, complete. First down, Jordan Doe at the 28.
We saw a similar throw earlier on that first drive where Doe just sits in the soft part of the defense, and that quick throw from Van Halsen was enough to pick up the first down. It's a nice job, good protection, quick throw. That's all they needed.
Van Halsen looks left, now throws, complete to Doe, who had to go up and get it. Another good gain down just shy of the 20, but it'll be 2nd and short.
Yeah, just quick rhythm throws and easy reads for Van Halsen, and that's exactly what this defense is giving him. Coach Russin talked about that. He wants to get Jake in an easy rhythm.
On the quarterback draw, nice gain for Van Halsen, a first down. He's at the 11, so Coon Rapids will have another chance to get a first down on this drive before scoring.
Again, I really like what the Cardinal offense is doing on these first 2 drives. They're doing a nice job of mixing it up, and big hole for Jake to run through.
Well, they sprint Jeebly out in motion, forces a linebacker to cover. And the right side of the line opening a hole for their quarterback to run through. 1st and 10 from the 11. 10 seconds remain in this opening quarter. Coon Rapids already up 6, trying to add to it.
I think
they're going to let this quarter run out, and we'll have 1st and 10 from the 11 to start the second quarter. Coon Rapids with a great opening drive, a takeaway on defense, and they're threatening again. Second quarter coming up next on CTN. Back to it, Holland comes in and two-handed jab. Coon Rapids up 6-0 and threatening deep in Falcon territory as we get ready to start the second quarter. Coon Rapids 1st and 10 from the Armstrong 11. And so far the offense moving pretty effectively for Coon Rapids. And their defense a takeaway on the opening drive for Armstrong.
Well, Joe, if they can convert, get points out of that interception, that's huge for the Cardinals.
First penalty of the game, I believe, against Coon Rapids.
False start, number 4 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Well, that never helps you.
Well, and Armstrong had a couple of penalties on that opening drive deep in their own end. One that gave Coon Rapids a 1st down. Quarterback option, fakes the pitch, cuts back against the grain, finds a seam, touchdown Coon Rapids.
Jake Van Hulsen with some great moves. And give credit to those big guys up front because they were able to open up a nice hole for him to run through. And there capitalizes the Coon Rapids faithful who traveled here.
And now they'll go for 2 to make up for the miss.
Yep.
PAT, but great.
Look at the blocking. And then he's just, as you
just
mentioned,
an
cutting
alley
back.
for him to go in. Not touched until he reached the goal line. 16-yard score. Trying to convert and make it a 14-point lead. High snap, Van Hulsen pulls it down, fakes the give. Man wide open in the end zone is Jeebly. No. It is Tommy DeGago. His first catch of the season.
That play was designed so well. He was all alone in the back of the end zone. And the Cardinals do make up for that missed extra point. 14-0 lead for Coon Rapids. Again, we're gonna see him roll to his right. Nobody there to cover him. That's an easy pitch and catch. There's the touchdown run by Jake, again just cutting against the grain. And as you mentioned, Joe Young, untouched until he got to the end zone. Head coach Nick Russin. There you go, 6 plays, 41 yards, 2:52 off the clock.
Well, and you talked about it too. You know, so huge. This defense has done such a great job on takeaways this season. Last week against Park Center, 5 takeaways for the second straight week. But last week also, Coon Rapids converted on, 2 weeks ago, that they converted on 5 of the takeaways. I'm sorry, it was against Irondale.
Irondale, right.
That they had 5 takeaways, and the game before that against Spring Lake Park. Last week they only had 2, I believe. But touchback on the kick will mean 20-yard line for the Falcons. But they converted against Irondale on all 5. Put up 31 points off turnovers.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's a great stat. You know, and as good as this defense is playing, now you've staked them to a 14-0 lead. You're going to see this defense continue to be aggressive.
Well,
up by 2.
Watch out for Cam Bowman in the slot on the left side. He's, again, the guy that with 450 yards, and we've got encroachment on the defense.
Five-yard penalty, still first down.
It gives them that extra 5 yards. We saw Armstrong do that a couple of times on that first touchdown drive by Coon Rapids.
Well, and the secondary for Coon Rapids is greatest test they've faced all season. Jones coughs it up. Ball is loose, but I think he got it back.
I think so as well.
And he did. Fortunate for he and his Falcons.
Again, nice job.
Ty King getting in there and ripping it free.
Yeah, that was a close one, too. He was very fortunate he was able to get that one. Dedrow able to bring him down and almost had it.
Loss of a yard on the play, 2nd and 6. Fake the give, trying to run is Breitbach, and nothing there. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, Breitbach, he's a great story. I mean, he tore his left knee and ACL. So you're going to see him
just this spring,
just in March, able to come back and play. Last year, he had almost 900 yards on the ground and 15 scores. Only 120 so far this season.
They actually gave him a gain of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 5. Big down for the Armstrong offense early on. Breitbach has time, throws just as he's hit. It's tipped and nearly picked up, but Breitbach got absolutely KO'd by Jordan Nolan as he let that ball go. Tone Manos nearly had the pick.
Well, and look at the pressure, too. He had to release that ball. Tone probably realized that was his to pick off, and I know you saw him shaking his head a little bit, but, again, great pressure by the defense forces a punt.
Pass intended for Nick Barrett. Jordan Lewis, the punter, gets it away. It will take a bounce and head for the sidelines and out at about the Cardinal 47-yard line.
Yeah, nice spot to start their 3rd drive.
I'm sorry, Buys is the punter, 87.
Look at the pressure coming in from Nolan.
You can't let him get into the backfield that easy and have a run on your quarterback. That is going to be a long night for Jake Breitbach.
Well, yeah, you certainly want to protect him as much as you can because he's a catalyst for this Armstrong squad.
And Coon Rapids starts with fantastic field position at their 47. Handoff goes to Doe, slowed in the backfield, and he's going to lose a yard.
That time, good job by the Armstrong defense to win that battle at the point of attack and just break that block. Kevin Hoskins on the tackle for Armstrong.
Handoff goes to Jeebly, nice hole, cuts back, makes a man miss, finds some room to the sidelines, has a first down as he's shoved out at the 35-yard line of Armstrong.
Boy, he's so shifty. I think we talked about him earlier, how shifty he is, and he really does a nice job of changing direction. You're going to see here just good job of following his blockers. Look at the move to the outside. Smart by getting that ball in his outside hand as well. And he moves the chains for Coon Rapids.
He's been fantastic for the Cardinals on both sides of the football. With his speed, getting in the backfield a number of times on the defensive side of the ball. Quick screen goes to Jordan Doe, has blockers in front of him, and he's going to have a nice gain about 2 yards shy of the first down.
Well, the key to that success, Joe, has been the downfield blocking of the receivers. We've talked about it all season long, and there's no different here. You're going to see a great job by your receiver fighting off, both your receivers fighting off a couple of blocks, allowing him to pick up some additional yardage.
Quick throw on the hook, and it's incomplete. A timing play, but the timing wasn't quite there. Tommy DeGago, the intended target. Third and 2.
You see the numbers, 3 of 4 on third down for Coon Rapids.
Handoff goes to Doe, and he is stacked up and dropped for a loss. And it'll be 4th and 5. And I think you're, even as strong as Findley's leg is, I think this is not a place they can go for the field goal.
No, I think it's a little bit too far.
4th and 4 from the 29.
You're going to see Armstrong bring the pressure
here.
Oh,
yeah, they are showing blitz on the full front. And we've got flag for delay of game.
Yeah, and that may change what they do here. We'll see.
Timeout.
Oh, no,
it was a
timeout.
timeout. All right,
They're
before
first of the half.
All right,
I was going to say, surprise, you can't. That's a penalty you just can't take.
No,
because then you're almost at a punting situation if it's 4th and 9 at the 35.
That's what I said. It's going to change what they did if that was a penalty. But Cardinals, obviously, they weren't sure. Maybe they had the right play. Maybe they just wanted to talk about things. But a smart timeout if that's the case.
Well, this is a huge play for the Armstrong defense.
Yes, it is.
I mean, and they have not really given their home crowd anything to cheer for on homecoming night.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter. You know, Joe Young, we're live on Twitter now.
I've heard.
Yeah. So make sure that at CTN Coon Rapids that you follow us. You'll be able to get updates. You'll be able to watch the games. You'll be able to get in-game opportunities. It's a great deal. So, Joe, I hear you have a number of people back in Maple Grove watching the contest tonight. Big family.
We have a number of family in town for a memorial service earlier today, and I'm happy to have all of those relatives tuning in.
Yeah, all of us at CTN give you the condolences. You lost your aunt.
Huge play right here for the Cardinals on 4th and 4. Van Holzen throws incomplete. Cedillo had it but couldn't control it as he went to the turf, and it's a turnover on downs.
And as you mentioned, Joe, big play for the defense. They needed that trailing by 2. Again, we've seen this play work all evening long, but you're right. He had it. He just couldn't bring it in.
Well, and you talked about the importance of Coon Rapids to turn the...
Yeah, that's the ball you have to catch.
Well, and James Young got a hand in as the ball was coming in, but yeah, you have to keep that going. You talked about the importance of Coon Rapids having to turn the interception into points. Down 14-0, it's almost essential here midway through this second quarter for Armstrong to turn this 4th down hold by the defense into points.
Well, they can score a lot of points. Maybe not face a defense as good as Coon Rapids, but they definitely can put points on the board.
They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 29. Breitbach drops back, has time, waits, looks, now is flushed, looking for some room, and he's dropped for a big loss back at the 22-yard line.
Just great coverage downfield by Coon Rapids, allowing Breitbach to not find a receiver. And you can see he had time. He had a lot of time. He was looking down. He's a big young man, and again, just too much pressure. That's
And
Jeebly.
it's David Jeebly on the sack. Loss of 7. Handoff looking for room on the right side is Korma. He's hit hard, but has a decent pickup. Still going to be 3rd and long.
There's Nolan again on the tackle. Jordan Nolan made a couple of big tackles. Just nice job of cutting him down. But you're right, 3rd and long. It's a big 3rd down for the offense for Armstrong.
3rd and 13. 3 receivers left side. Breitbach throws, pass is complete, and spinning off of the tackle is Barrett for a huge gain down the sidelines into Coon Rapids territory.
Oh, I don't know. Is there a flag?
There is definitely a flag in the
is that a
backfield,
hold?
or is it?
Personal foul, illegal hands to the face. Number 6 of the defense. That penalty is declined. 1st down.
Huge,
Let's
huge
see if we can see it.
pickup.
You see right left of your screen, he's got hands to the face. Good call by our officials, but they didn't need it because they picked up the 1st down.
Well, where are they?
Well, yeah, I thought they were.
But
They was
if
declined.
it was declined, they just added.
Well, how can they decline it and add the penalty?
And I'm not sure, but it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 27. Handoff up the middle, and not a lot of room for Korma. He's to the 25, a gain of 2. Again, Korma has a hole this time, and he's going to have a 1st down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, he's really good blocking up front by the offensive line for Armstrong. I mean, look, you get a hat on a hat, open up a big hole.
Bowman, the man in motion. The handoff goes to Korma again. And another good gain down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line, a pickup of 7.
Yeah, and they're not wasting any time. They're going right back at their defense. They want to try and tire out this Cardinal defense.
Coon Rapids going to call a timeout.
Yeah, that's probably a good one, too.
Timeout. Coon Rapids, their 2nd of the half.
Let that defense catch their breath a little bit.
Well, and we saw it from the opening possession that they're going to run a no-huddle offense.
Yep.
And not give the Cardinal defense a chance to regroup. It's a great strategy against a very good defense. So the clock has been running this whole time, and it will have to be adjusted.
It should be adjusted. We'll see if they put some additional time back on the clock.
Maybe no one on the field caught it. Well, they were the ones signaling.
Well, yeah.
So.
But they're not changing it.
Nope.
Oh, well,
now they're going to, they are adjusting
yep.
it.
6 minutes.
They put almost 30 seconds back on. So now it's going to be 2nd and 3 from the 8. Handoff goes to Jones, trying to find room on the right side. Flag in the backfield, and I think this one's coming back.
Yeah.
He was down close to a 1st down at the 5.
That's a hold against Armstrong. So you're right, Joe, there. You can push him back a little bit. Not sure if you can see it there in your picture, but that will back him up.
Oh, and it was well in the backfield. This is back to the 21-yard
There
line.
you see it right there. Nice circle, Howie.
2nd and 16 from the 21. Breitbach has time, throws right, What a catch in the corner. It's good. Touchdown. Armstrong. Jordan Lewis reached back and made a magnificent catch for the score.
And that pass was a wobbler, too. But you're right. He did reach back, kept his foot in bounds.
It's high school. You only have to have one foot in bounds.
But was the first foot out of bounds? That's what I was wondering. Was that first foot when he came down before the second one came down?
I thought the right foot came down first.
I don't know.
And it was well in bounds.
Well, the right foot was in bounds, but I thought his left foot came down on the stripe. I think Coon Rapids jumped.
Prior to the snap, false start.
Nope.
Number 56 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, retry.
Well, Joe Armstrong needed that. Let's see it again.
They did, absolutely.
So he's up.
Right foot comes down right
foot
there.
did come down. Okay, good.
But he doesn't have possession of the ball.
No.
I mean, it's tough to argue.
You can't. You're
one
not
way
gonna
or the other. Either way, the officials ruled it inbounds, good catch, touchdown. It was a great play to reach back for that ball. The kick is up and good, and it is 14-7.
Well, they certainly needed that touchdown because all the momentum has switched to the Cardinals sideline. And Armstrong, who's, we talked about, a very good offense, held without a point until with 5:44 remaining in this first half. But Breitbach, the Lewis pass. That's touchdown throw number 18. Yeah, I don't know if he had possession of it, and then his foot came out of bounds. Nonetheless, it is a touchdown. Seven plays, 71 yards to 2:23 off the clock. 20-yard pass from Breitbach to Lewis for the score.
Danny buys to boot it away. Line drive kick to the near side. Rolls to Tarnu at the 10. Tarnu finds a seam up the sidelines and a good return out across the 30 to the 31. And a little jaw jacking happening after the return.
Hey, again, good speed. Able to pick up that additional yardage. See a nice return by Tarnu as he picks that ball up off the turf, and you're going to see him sidestep through a tackle before he's brought to the ground.
Coon Rapids will start 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. 5:39 to play in the first half. Van Holzen, straight drop. Sets up the screen for Jeebley with a lot of green in front of him. And that has got to be 15 extra yards. How do they not call that? I mean, I don't want to split hairs, but he was dragged down by his face mask.
Was it his face mask to get him inside the shoulder pad? Let's take another look at that. Yeah, he got him in the shoulder pad.
He did.
Yep.
Looked like his whole head got turned around to me. Handoff to Jordan Doe on 1st down, and he's got a gain inside the 45 to the 44. 2nd and 5.
Again, being able to get good chunks of yardage on 1st down through the running game.
Doe, the man in motion. Handoff goes to Jeebley, blows through a hole, has another 1st down to the 38-yard line.
Well, and that's just Coon Rapids winning the battle up front. I mean, you allow your running back to pick up 5 yards at a time. That's your offensive line doing their job of creating openings. I mean, look at the hole there for him.
Receiver screen to Doe, coming back to it, shakes off a tackle and then tackled hard from behind. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Yeah,
I don't know how he shook the first tackle.
I'm not sure
No
either.
chance to get away from the second guy.
Nope. Look at the throw right between two defenders. But yeah, he stepped out of that tackle.
Jack Major was right with him. And a solid finish for Cade Kemple.
Not a bad first half. Nine receptions for 69 yards.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 77 of the offense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
Boy, those are penalties that just kill you.
Not
Leighton.
happen.
Just hurt you.
So that's going to make it 2nd and 22 back at midfield. Oh, well, someone here's not adding quite right unless they called it spot of the foul. It should be from the previous spot, though.
It should be.
The previous spot, he was down at the 35. But it's going to be 2nd and a very, very, very. And they're calling it a. It's still first down on the sidelines, too.
That's what it has on the scoreboard.
So that negated that. Did it happen during the play?
It wiped out the play.
So back to their own 47, 1st and 25. Stepping up is Van Holzen, a lot of green, and he'll start to run. He's across midfield and down to the 35-yard line, and he'll set up 2nd and very manageable.
Well, I'll tell you, again, that's just a smart quarterback realizing where he was in the field, realizing how much real estate he had to get.
And he's definitely got some speed.
And I was just going to, he took it out of my mouth, the words out of my mouth. The speed got him there.
So before the penalty, it would have been 2nd and 7 from the 35. It's now 2nd and 7 from the 35.
That's a way to make up that penalty.
Fakes the give, and nice coverage by Armstrong that time on the receiver, or on the quarterback option. Kevin Hoskins made sure he wasn't going to pitch it and made sure he wasn't going to go anywhere.
Yeah, and he lost it.
Wraps him up for a loss. Third and 8. Coon Rapids 1 for 2 on 4th down in this first half. They would like to not have to make a 3rd attempt. Big play right here. Van Holzen sets up the screen to Jeebley. Well covered, tries to spin back inside, keeps going, and he's down to the 30. He'll still be short
by 2
of the first down, but
it's
impressive how much extra yardage he was able to get after contact. He's not a very big guy.
Well, no, now you really think about it on 4th down and a couple. This is a situation where they didn't make it on 4th down last time. I think they're going to go for it again.
Fourth and 2. One for 2 on 4th downs. Can they make it 2 for 3? Armstrong able to stop him about this same spot in the field on 4th down, and then able to.
Timeout. Coon Rapids.
Yeah, they were going to run out of time.
Their final one of the half.
And then they were able to take it down and punch it in for a score. But from here, 47-yard field goal. So probably not, even with the leg they have in Alex Findlay, and certainly too short a field to punt. Defense has been outstanding, so you don't mind putting them back on the field, at the Falcons 30.
Yeah, with a little bit of time, less than 2 minutes left in the half.
But you'd really like to score before the break, knowing that Armstrong gets the ball to start the second half.
Exactly. But now you don't have any timeouts, so you have to work sideline here at this situation.
Still plenty of time.
Yeah, there's plenty of time, but as this drive, if you can extend this drive, then you have to work the sideline.
You got a lot of time. from 30 yards out. That's a lot of time. Clock stops for the chains moving. I don't think I'd worry too much about going to the sidelines. Can you? To get a breather? Absolutely. But
yeah.
At the same time, you don't want to leave any much, if any, time on the clock for the Falcons in this first half. But it would all be moot if they are not able to convert here on fourth down.
Correct.
4th and 2 from the Armstrong 30. Van Holzen fakes the give, keeps it, avoids a tackle. He's got a first down to the 26-yard line.
Oh, great job of shaking off a tackle there. It looked like at first they may have stopped him. They thought that Jeebley had the ball, and so part of the defense went to him.
Well, you have to respect his speed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There you see the fake give to the gut. You see a lot of the defenders going his way, and Jake doing a nice job of just shaking off a tackle to extend this drive.
Under 90 seconds remain here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Rolling right as Van Holzen throws. Incomplete. Cedillo hit right as the ball got there. Good pressure from Jack Major.
Yeah, plus that stops the clock.
Well, I don't know that we've seen him even target Avant Shannon to this point in the game. Avant Shannon, big, strong, fast receiver. He's going to be lined up at the bottom of your screen.
Well, they may try to work him in looking for that cross, which we've seen Van Holzen hit him on earlier.
Cedillo and DeGaga are the receivers up top. Jordan Doe and David Jeebley both in the backfield with Jake Van Holzen. 2nd and 10, Coon Rapids. Handoff does not go, and Van Holzen is dropped in the backfield. Huge defensive play for Kevin Hoskins.
Yeah, we saw Hoskins make a really nice defensive play earlier. Again, you're going to see the pressure come. Jake's not able to get away from him, and yeah, there goes the knee.
Loss of 5. And now 3rd and 15, under a minute remaining in the first half.
The clock's moving.
Cardinals not rushing. Big play here. Here comes pressure. Throwing for Shannon down the left sideline. Incomplete. Good coverage on the play with him. Step for step was Francis Cece, and he's able to knock it free, and it's incomplete.
Well, now you're 4th and long, and as you see him throw to the end zone.
It was a nice looking pass.
It was a nice toss. Just couldn't, good coverage, and he just couldn't bring it in. 3 versus 3. Yeah, and Armstrong would love to come away here, obviously, without giving up any points in this situation.
Well, that would be a huge win for this defense on 2 straight possessions for the Cardinals that have gotten deep into their territory. And now Armstrong's going to call timeout.
Now they'll talk about things here with 4th and 15. Want to make the right call on defense. You certainly do not want to give up a first down in this situation if you're Armstrong.
Or a score.
Or a score, but
exactly what we expected. 2 teams in a dogfight midway through. Coon Rapids jumping to the 14-0 lead. Armstrong cutting that lead in half after a big stop on 4th down. And now have Coon Rapids with a 4th and long here late in the second quarter.
Well, you know, and certainly on that last drive by Armstrong's offense, they did a really nice job of moving the ball on this Cardinal defense. It obviously gives them a little confidence as they will get the ball first in the second half.
One huge play really set it all up.
Yeah, but they were able to move it. They were able to put the ball across the stripe, and that's what they wanted to do, quite obviously.
4th and 15 from the 31. Van Holzen, pressure coming, steps up, throws over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Jordan Doe, but well over his head. And again, the Falcons will take over on downs.
Yeah, good coverage as well. I thought Jake might take off with it.
Well, they had a lot of guys committed to pressuring the quarterback, so once he got past that initial rush, he would have had some open room to run. Had a lot of defenders downfield, backs to the quarterback. And it looked like just a little miscommunication as he threw over the top, and Doe was cutting toward the middle of the field.
Yeah, they're going to clock it. Go to the half.
Falcons are just going to take a knee. They know they get the ball on the other side of the break. And not a bad decision. Don't let anything bad happen. It was you're not where you want to be at the break, but it's a football game at 14-7.
Yeah, and really a nicely played first half for the Cardinals, coming on the road here against the team that's one game above you in the standings, undefeated, and you take a 7-point lead into the break.
And Coon Rapids, had them out, their homecoming crowd really out of this game until midway through the second quarter. Never had anything to cheer for. Defense played as expected, very tough for the Cardinals, and their offense was able to punch it in a couple of times and get them the 2-score lead.
Let's see if we're trying to maybe get some reaction from head coach Nick Russin.
Oh, I see
Jen. She's looking for him. I think he's actually still on the sidelines far across from us talking to the officials. I believe that's him.
You are correct. So maybe we'll take a short break. We hope to get coach reaction right after this. You're watching CTN's coverage of high school football. Nice hands, drives and scores. Picked him off beautifully Coon Rapids with a 14-7 lead as we reach halftime here at Armstrong. Cardinal head coach Nick Russin is down on the sidelines with our Jen Halverson. Jen?
Well, Coach, your team's come out strong on both sides of the ball tonight, but what has been working so well, particularly offensively?
Yeah, I think it all starts with the run. It starts with those big guys up front, getting good penetration, taking their right steps, which has made some nice holes for our guys, and they're sticking their foot in the ground. They're getting vertical. That's what we talked about all week. It's been a great mindset. It's been a great start. We got to start finishing some drives right now.
On that last drive right before the half, Jake Van Holzen could have ran it, went for the long pass. What was your take on that play?
Yeah, we're just taking a shot. It's 4th and 15. We have no timeout, so we just kind of said, you know what? We're going to take a shot, get that thing to the end zone. Unfortunately, incomplete. We'll go inside, we regroup, and we'll be ready for the second half.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Joe?
Thank you, Jen, and we will send it back to break. Coon Rapids jumps out to a 14-0 lead. Armstrong answers in the second quarter. It is 14-7 at the half. You're watching live high school football on CTN.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then just follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Keep up with local news, sports, and events, and the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Back at Armstrong High School, Coon Rapids leading Armstrong 14-7 as we reach the half, and it's everything we expected. Two contenders for a title The undefeated Falcons coming in. Coon Rapids coming in on a 4-game win streak. They jump out to the 14-0 lead. Couple of big holds for Armstrong on defense, and they got that score in the second quarter to cut the lead in half.
Yeah, Cardinals with a little bit of momentum, obviously, but we just talked about it before we came on air here to start this presentation. It's a big first drive for the Armstrong offense and for the Cardinal defense, because if the Cardinals can hold them here, turn the ball over, get an opportunity to go back and try and score, if Armstrong goes down and scores, it's a 14-14 game, and all of a sudden it's a new ball clock.
Well, and it's two obviously strong defenses. Coon Rapids' quick strike offense has been working. Jordan Doe off to a great start. He's had 9 catches in the first half. Jake Van Holzen stopped just short at the goal line, but then on the next play on 4th and goal, able to punch it in, get themselves on the board, and then the defense comes up with a takeaway. Joseph Tarnu jumping the route on the sidelines. That led to the Cardinals' second score. Jake Van Holzen, multiple trips to the end zone in each of the last couple of weeks. Then the 2-point conversion. Wide open in the back was DeGaga. And Falcons, again, after a stop on 4th down, able to get their offensive rolling. And a great catch coming back to the ball was Jordan Lewis. Feet down inbounds. And that cut the lead in half.
And allowed him to get back into the game. And again, we talk about things, and you look at 190 yards of total offense, and one thing you don't see here is time of possession, and the Cardinals lead it by more than 2-1. But the thing for me is penalties, especially that big penalty on 15-yarder on that one drive that really took them out of opportunities. So those are things they'll clean up. But on the Armstrong side, I know they'd like to run the ball a little bit more. You've got a quarterback that's prolific, and you hold him to 84 yards of passing in that first half. I think that's a big opportunity for
well,
this
and they've got
defense.
a number of guys that came into this game with who are averaging a lot of touches on the ground. Yep. But they were also averaging 4, 5, 6 yards a carry. They have 4 guys that average better than 4 yards a carry, and they have been absolutely stymied. And yes, that is the result.
Yeah, 11 first downs for the Cardinals, only 4 for Armstrong in that first half, and a well-balanced attack, 94 yards on the ground, 96 yards through the air for the Cardinals. Very balanced, exactly what they wanted it to be. Coach Russin said we want to be able to run the ball, we want to be able to throw the ball, and they've been able to do that in the first half.
But still definitely anybody's game. The Falcons get the ball to start the second half. They trail by 7. You're watching CTN's live coverage of high school football.
Have you seen the CTN TV truck driving around the city of Coon Rapids? Maybe at a concert or a game at Coon Rapids High School. Our top-notch crew has won many awards over the years. In fact, the crew covers over 100 events per year, including graduations, parades, and city concerts. For local sports and events, CTN has you covered.
Back at Armstrong High School, Coon Rapids leading the Falcons 14-7. Jen Halverson is now down on the sideline with Armstrong head coach Jack Nagan.
Coach, your team started to hit a stride offensively late in the first half. To continue that momentum, what do you want to see from them right away?
Yeah, I wouldn't say we've hit a stride of anything tonight, but, we do have to get a little more consistent, and we talked about at halftime. This game was going to be a big physical piece, and we've lost that battle in the first half. So they've done a great job. They've won the physical battle.
There are a lot of penalties beginning in this game, but your team started to settle down a little bit on the penalty side. What did you tell them to make those in-game adjustments?
Yeah, the penalties have been fine. I'm not discouraged with that stuff. It's just, I don't feel like we came out physically like we needed to do, and so. We've had a really good season this year. Things are going great. I love our kids, but we haven't been tested yet, so this will be good for us. We're going to find out.
Great. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Joe?
All right. Thank you, Jen. And a nice start for the Cardinals, but as we talk about, can they come out and finish it? Their second half has not typically been as strong as their first halves to this point in the season.
Well, and I think that obviously the coaches know that, and they have to talk about it, and they're going to make some in-game adjustments at the break. Both teams will, obviously, but Coach Nagan talked about the fact that, we haven't really played the game that we want to play yet, and they're just trailing by a touchdown, and they will get the ball to start the second half. So, this is an opportunity for the Coon Rapids defense to establish themselves as the dominant defense here, and if they can do a nice job of limiting what Armstrong does on this first drive and get the ball back to their offense, then it's up to the offense to see if they can score some additional points.
Well, and Coon Rapids is not, they've had some spots where their offense has really moved the ball well, but Armstrong defense definitely challenging them. They've made it difficult to do what they want to do, and they haven't really been able to go downfield much at all. Something that would help them open up the lead, but there's a big part of the reason why Kevin Hoskins having a great game for that Falcon defense.
You're also missing Sonny Tao, one of your better receivers as well, and that obviously hurts the offense
Yeah,
a little
he's
bit.
definitely a spark.
Yep.
That they get that little quick receiver screen to.
Yep.
You get Avant Shannon and Jordan Doe out to block in front of him, and he runs so incredibly well. And they're looking to Cedillo to try and fill his shoes, and also Tagago getting a few more minutes with the injuries. We've only seen one target towards Avant Shannon, which I don't know if the Cardinals trying to keep the Falcons from maybe help them forget that he is on the left side of their offense, or if the coverage has been that good that they just hasn't been any look. And there's another guy, Lucky Morange in street clothes over there. Again, one of those receivers that's normally on this out there on offense for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and again, they got banged up a little bit last week, and it happens. Obviously, it's a long season and an opportunity. You got to get other guys to step up, and that's the key. You get next man up mentality, and you get that guy coming in and taking the place, and you contribute.
Huge drive, as we talked about, for the Falcons to start this second half. Alex Findlay ready to kick it away for the Cardinals. Lewis and Barrett, the deep backs, standing at their own 8-yard line. Findlay high end-over-end kick. Lewis will take it from the 6. Looking to the middle, avoids a tackle, trying to get outside. Good pursuit by Tonio Manos, and drags him out of bounds right around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get around Tone. As again, just a missed tackle. Good job just getting him to force the missed tackle, but Antonio Manos making sure that he pulled him out of bounds. 22-yard line.
Well, and I think as Jen alluded to in the interview with Coach Negan, Armstrong's offense last couple of possessions looked a little more effective. Had a sluggish start. Coon Rapids hoping to keep them on their heels here. 2 men in the backfield with Breitbach on first down. Sends Barrett in motion. Handoff goes to Jones. Flag on the play. Jones is stacked up and stopped for no gain. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Jones, that's Korma. It's going to go against Coon Rapids.
Personal foul, illegal hands to the face. Number 8 of the defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Joe, you and I talked about that in the first, between halves. Those are the kind of things you cannot have. They give them a lot of opportunities. And an offense like this, you don't want to give them any extra yardage based on a penalty like that.
So, fresh set of downs from the 37. Fake the give and slipping free is Breitbach. He's got a big gain. Tripped up as he gets to the Coon Rapids 40-yard line.
Well, and that's the part of his game that really they haven't been running a lot. And you can see him, he's got that brace on.
Quick to the line are the Falcons on offense. Handoff And a stop in the backfield as Korma is wrapped up. Another flag on the play. So a hold will back him up 1st and 20. Or more. I'm not sure where the flag was. It is going to be more. It's going to put them at their 48. So 1st and 22. Back on their side of the field.
Well, it helps the defense a little bit on that long run.
Breitbach looking down the right side, wants Lewis, goes up for it, and incomplete out of his reach. He's a nice-looking receiver. The way he's able to adjust to the ball. Tarnu had pretty good coverage, but this ball put in a place where the only one who was going to have a chance at it was Lewis.
Well, he threw it out of bounds anyway. Lewis wouldn't have, I don't think he would have even had a hand on it.
Maybe if he were
like
about a foot and a half taller. So 2nd and 22 from their own 48. Looking to run and finding a little bit of a seam was Breitbach. He's to the Coon Rapids 46, a gain of 6, but it'll be 3rd and 16.
Well, we'll see as this half unfolds if Breitbach's going to run a little bit more. It's the second one on this drive. We talked about he had almost 900 yards on the ground and 15 scores from a year ago.
Breitbach on 3rd and long, throws over the middle, incomplete, intended for Bowman, and that is a penalty you can't take. The Cardinals didn't think there was contact. The ref saw it the other way. Ryan Corey
they're talking
making
about
contact,
it here.
And that's instead of 4th and 16 in a punting situation, automatic 1st down.
Personal foul. Illegal hit on a defenseless receiver. Number 1 of the defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. 1st down.
That's
well,
2 on
it's
this
number
play.
13, but
no, it's Manos.
Oh, it is Manos. How in the world do you call that?
That's a terrible call.
Wow.
That's an awful call.
I mean,
let him play in that situation.
Well, he ran into it.
Yeah, that's a terrible call.
And that is a very huge call for them, but it's not an automatic 1st down, or it is. Now they're moving the sticks. Because, it would be just short of what they would have needed for the 1st down. Questionable at best, but you can't argue with the guys in stripes. They have the final call on the field. 1st and 10 for the Falcons from the 31. Handoff goes to Jones, avoids an arm tackle and then another. Finds a little bit of room off tackle to the left. He's to the 28, a gain of 3.
Yeah, he worked for those 3 just out of the grasp of Miles Taylor. And Manos is going to bring him down, along with a couple of his teammates.
Handoff, Korma looking for room, right side, got turned upfield and stopped at the 19, but he's got another 1st down for Armstrong.
Brought down by Ty King. Again, we saw him in that scoring drive. He's done a nice job of running the football. And I think that's what they want to establish, it on the ground.
Handoff, Korma, left side, runs into traffic, spins away. He's just shy of the 15, gain of 3.
Again, Korma just following his blockers, able to pick up those 3 tough yards.
2nd and 7. Handoff again to Korma. He's wrapped up in the backfield and it's going to be stopped. Looks like for no gain. Tedrow on the tackle.
Yeah, so you have 2 personal fouls on this set here for Coon Rapids defensively. And It's a big third down. Like to hold them to 0 yards in this situation. Put a little pressure on them to make it from 4th and long.
Bowman, the man in motion. They fake the give to him. It goes instead to Jones. Boy, that hole closed quickly. And it is going to be 4th down. From the 13. 4th and 4. And the Cardinals will give it to him on the penalty.
Wow, too many penalties, obviously, on this drive.
Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty. The result is a first down.
The result is a 1st and goal at the 8.
Yeah, you just can't give it to them. You have to make them earn it.
Well, this drive started at the 22, but 35 yards of penalties on this drive against the Coon Rapids defense. Breitbach on 1st and goal. He's going to keep it, and he's going to find a seam. Touchdown, Armstrong.
Yeah, that's just a great play call. The defense thought Cormier was going to have that particular carry, and Breitbach takes it in, and we're an extra point away from tying it up. And this is exactly what we talked about, Joe, before this half started. Momentum changer right there for Armstrong.
Well, the touchdown right in front of the fan section on homecoming night. Buys out to attempt the extra point to even the score. It is up, it is good, and we are all tied at 14.
You see it again, you saw the defense going after. Nice job by Breitbach to take it up the middle. Good blocking up front, and look at the hole that he had to run through. So he's a stretch over the line for the score.
And it's an all-new ball game, tied at 14. A good opening drive for the Falcons in the 3rd quarter. Can Coon Rapids respond?
Well, and that's the big thing offensively. Can they respond? We talked about the fact that Armstrong's defense, they're pretty stout as well.
And Coon Rapids' offense stalled the last 2 times they've had the ball, turning it over on downs in Falcon territory.
So you see the drive, 11 plays, 78 yards, aided by 35 yards in penalties. Took 3:47 off the clock.
Line drive kick taken by Jeebley at the 15. Jeebley hit, spun around, gets away from another guy, and dives forward to the 32-yard line.
That young man makes it exciting.
He is very fun to watch, no question.
He really is, and taking that ball on the run.
Despite not being a very big guy, he still fights through some stuff you wouldn't expect him to, and able to always get that extra yard. Cardinals will start 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. 8:04 to play, 3rd quarter. Jake Van Holzen in the shotgun with Jeebley in the backfield with him. Man in motion is Jordan Doe. Handoff comes back to the near side. Jeebley makes a man miss, gets a block down the sidelines, cuts back, has a first down across midfield to the 47-yard line of the Falcons.
He is just so difficult to bring down. Now he's a little slow to get up.
And with all the injuries they are already suffering, definitely would hate to see.
I'm not sure if it's a cramp.
Jeremy Shepard, the athletic trainer, out there looking at the lower leg.
Yeah, it seems to
so
be
he's going to be able to get up, and that's a great sign for the Cardinals.
Yeah,
They'll have to go out for one play, obviously.
He wanted to run off, but Jeremy said, no, let's just take a stroll off this field just to make sure everything's okay. I can check you out once we get to the sideline just to make sure.
21-yard pickup on the opening play of the drive. Has Coon Rapids in plus territory at the Falcon 46.
Joe, you hit on it earlier.
I'm sorry, 22 yards.
They've stalled on drives, and that they can't do that here against a good team like Armstrong. They've done it the last 2 times. They cannot continue to do that if they want to get back and try and take this lead again.
Trying to swing it out to Cedillo and nearly picked off. That had pick 6 all over it. Jack Major just able to get a finger on it.
Yeah, and Jake was hit hard at the end of that play. Let's see if we can take a look at it. He was driven to the turf, and they were...
Yeah, if Major, if that ball's thrown
a little bit lower,
6 inches lower, Major is off to the races the other way. 2nd and 10. Rolling out is Van Holzen, throws on the run. The pass is short and incomplete. Intended for DeGago down the sidelines. And now it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, and this is not what they wanted to happen on this drive.
David Jeebley is going to come back onto the field and return to the backfield. Third and 10. Cardinals take their time getting the play in, and now on 3rd and long, 3 men on the right side. Van Holzen pressured and sacked. In the backfield was Dante Barnes, getting him by the ankles.
Yeah, Barnes again beat his block and came from the far side as he's able to use his speed to take down Van Holzen. You're going to see number 8 come into your picture and just catch up to Jake and make the nice ankle tackle, force the Cardinals to punt the ball.
Tarnu will punt it away for the first time tonight. Barrett and Lewis, the deep backs. Tarnu standing at his own 37-yard line. Gets away a good punt. Taking it and getting hit immediately was Barrett. Jordan Nolan right there to drop him at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, again, there was a nice punt, nice hang time, allowing Nolan to come downfield and make the play on special teams. And look at Jordan Nolan is not going to let him get away.
Well, and he's lucky he didn't get squared up better than that that could have been a turnover right there.
Very
That's
easily.
when you kind of got to take the fair catch there. As much as you want to make this stellar play, got to be smart. Protect the football.
Nolan was
possession huge at this point of the ball game.
Oh, absolutely. And then now again, this is time for the defense to shine for Coon Rapids. They got to try and stop this potent offense. Armstrong able to get the last 2 scores to even it up at 14.
Handoff goes to Jones, hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss.
I think Nolan again on the tackle for Coon Rapids.
I'm sorry, that's Korma on the run.
Yep, Jordan Nolan, he's just a tackling machine out there.
2nd and 12. Breitbach out of the shotgun. Here comes a blitz. Nolan wraps him up. He gets it away as he's going down, though, and toward a receiver. So a great heads-up play. A little risky, but fortunately nobody there in a white jersey for Breitbach.
So that'll make it 3rd and very long.
Yeah,
you're going to see Nolan
he
again
came
coming
on the blitz
in.
And Miles
give him
Taylor
credit
right there, too.
Yeah, give him credit just getting away from him. Miles Taylor on his D end, he's being double teamed.
Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
That's the fourth penalty on the defense here to start in the second half. Way too many penalties.
So instead of 3rd and 12, 3rd and 7 from the 20. Breitbach looks, throws, pass is complete. Bowman has the first down out to the 29-yard line, his first catch of the game.
As I say, Bowman's been very quiet here. You don't have that penalty. You make that much more difficult for them to get. You give them a free 5 yards.
So 1st and 10, handoff and a nice hole and a big gain for Korma running down the sidelines into Cardinal territory. Tracked down by Tarnu, but he's down inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, this offense starting to heat up for Armstrong. And again, great blocking up front. And he's quick. He's able to accelerate through that hole and pick up that first down. Look at the blocking there. He's able to step into that big hole, and then he's going to run a long way before Tarnu catches him from behind.
48 yards on the carry, biggest play for either team. And here's Jones, and he's wrapped up after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 8. Hand off to Jones, get behind some blockers, but just across the 20 and folded back. It'll be 3rd and 6.
So far, Armstrong controlling this third quarter.
First time we've seen Breitbach under center. It comes on 3rd and 6. Man in motion is Bowman.
I think they were trying to get him to jump.
And why not?
Yeah.
Call a timeout.
It's worked.
Armstrong, their first of the half.
Yeah, far too many penalties.
Yep.
And I mean, obviously killer penalties. 2 personal foul penalties on the opening drive of this third quarter. And then the false or the encroachment earlier that on this drive that changed a 3rd and 12 into a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, we've seen a couple hands to the face by Coon Rapids. We saw a personal infraction earlier too in the first half by the Cardinals, and those are penalties you just can't afford to give up, because those are drive killers in some instances when you're on the offensive side of the ball, and they're drive extenders when you're on defense, and that's what Armstrong has been able to take advantage of here so far tonight.
Armstrong Falcons threatening to take their first lead of the ball game. Coon Rapids scored twice to start, up 14-0. Falcons have come back to tie and now have 3rd and 6 from the Coon Rapids 19. Keeping it is Breitbach. He's going to be short of the first down. My initial spot.
About a yard. Oh, they're
going to bring in the chains.
Breitbach thought that they had enough for the first down. He was signaling first down before they bring the chains in to make the measurement.
It's right at the marker. It's gonna, if it's not first down, it's 4th and inches. Yeah. Great blocking and winning at the point of attack for the right side of the Armstrong offensive line.
Yeah, I think they might have it.
It is just a first down.
By the nose of the ball.
So they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 13. Fake the give to Jones, right up the middle comes Breitbach, and he's going to be close to another first down inside the 5.
Yeah, again, they're doing a nice job of mixing up the running combinations as Breitbach. Again, good job opening up a hole.
It is going to be 1st and goal from the 3. Handoff goes to Jones, right side, pushed back and dropped by Tarnu. They're going to give him forward progress to the 2.
Yeah, Tarnu did a nice job of standing him up, pushing him back. You're going to see Jones is trying to find his way to the stripe, and look at Tarnu come in and just hit him in the chest, stand him up, push him back.
High snap, handoff, Korma, touchdown Armstrong. Three unanswered scores for the homecoming team have them in front late in this 3rd quarter.
Well, you talk about the momentum, and now it's squarely in the Armstrong corner. As they're able to get 2 scores here in the second half to take that lead. And as you mentioned, the first of the night for Armstrong.
Bai's kick is good. It is 21-14 in favor of the Falcons.
Yeah, and again, just give them credit. They did a nice job of driving the football. And, they knew coming in at halftime they had to make some adjustments, and they really have.
Well, and a key play to back it up is the stop by this defense on 4th down when they were down 14-0. If Coon Rapids gets that first down, that first time they turned it over on downs, and they push that in and go up 21-0, I don't know that Armstrong's able to rally the way that they have, but the defense came up with the stop on it. I think it was like 4th and 4. They got the stop, got the ball back. The offense turned it into points. And the offense comes out with 2 pretty impressive drives here in the 3rd quarter to take the lead.
Well, now if you're Coon Rapids, you better drive the field and put some points on the board if you want to stay in this one. 10 plays to go, 82 yards, impressive. 2:58 off the clock. Korma's touchdown run puts him on top.
Nice kick is taken by Jeebly at the 13. Spins off a hit out across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
Now Jeebly again giving him good field position as he's able to advance this ball, and he's been busy.
They'll mark him at the 33, so a 20-yard return. And Jordan Doe will line up as quarterback now with Jeebly and Cedillo in the backfield. Cedillo goes in motion. Handoff goes to Jeebly, blows through a hole, makes one man miss, drags another one with him across the first down marker and out close to the 45.
Is he hurt?
And he is definitely slow to get up again.
Yeah, we saw him slow to get up earlier. Now if it's the same situation he was dealing with before, but he is definitely in some pain. And we certainly hate to see that.
And certainly in more distress this time than he was last time.
We'll see if we can see what happened here. Again, look at the hole that he had to run through. If we can see anything in particular.
Well, and again, it's a lower. Yeah, he's cramping up.
Yeah, I think it's cramped.
Because Jeremy's definitely working on his left leg or right leg.
Yeah, we certainly love to see that. In fact, he's getting up and a little gimpy, but able to walk it off.
Hopefully be able to get it stretched out and return to action. You remember last time he was taken off the field, it was after a big run for a first down, and the Cardinals did nothing after that. He was walked off the field.
Yep.
They can't allow that to kill this drive again.
No, definitely not.
Miles Taylor is going to be in the backfield with Jordan Doe.
We haven't seen much of Miles in the backfield this season.
I believe he ran for over 200 yards against this team last year. Doe, the pass complete to Cedillo. Trying to find some room and gets to the sidelines, knocked out of bounds right near midfield after a gain of about 5.
You talked about Cedillo. He's one of those players that steps up in the absence of Sonny Tao, and he's able to turn the corner.
Gain of 6, ball at the 49 of Armstrong. 2nd and 4. Jordan Doe passes near side to Cedillo, and that is going to come back because 2 flags on the field. It was an easy call for the official. The hold on Mustafa Munir created the running lane, and
well, penalties kind of been the theme. The Cardinals have been able to to overcome those things, but not against a team like Armstrong. I mean, you can't continue to get penalties and expect to win a ball game.
Holding, offense, number 3. 10-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
They call that on Avant Shannon.
There was one right there.
That's the one I thought they called. I didn't see the Shannon one.
That was on Munir, and then that one is right there. Is the second one that got called.
Yeah, that was so they called it on the wrong player.
No, Von Shannon, that was a hold as well.
They threw the flag before that hold.
Backs him up to the 41. Doe with time, throws over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Von Shannon. And I'm wondering, it's not completely unusual to see Doe at the quarterback position, but rare have we. This is the first time we've seen him stay in there.
Right.
So I'm wondering what is the concern with Jake Van Holzen. I see him at center field. It does not look as if he is.
Nope.
Well, maybe that's not 7. Doe with time on 3rd and long, steps up, flag on the field. He's going to air it out. And that's interference downfield.
It's going to go both ways.
So it's going to be offsetting, and we'll start over on 3rd down. I do not see Van Holzen on the sideline.
Holding, number 72 of the offense. Pass interference on the defense. Those penalties will offset. We'll replay 3rd down.
So we'll try again on 3rd and 14. Doe waits, throws right, pass complete to Cedillo. Stretching, and he's going to be short of the first down, but it's going to be 4th and about a yard or 2.
Oh, here's a decision for
huge decision.
Coach Russin.
You can't turn it over on downs.
Not in this part of the field. You don't want to, but you're a yard away.
It's 4th and less than a yard from the 46-yard line. It was a well-designed play to pick up 13. Cedillo just needed to stretch a little bit further.
A little longer arms.
Huge fourth down play right here. Cardinals trailing 21-14 late in the third quarter. Cedillo sprints out, handoff in the middle, and Jeebly is stuffed for a loss. The Falcons will take over on downs for the third time, this time right at midfield.
Yeah, that's a tough one there, because now you give them great field position and all the momentum.
Well, down on the sidelines, Jen Halverson is investigating the injury update on the Cardinal sideline.
Yeah, Joe, well, Jake Van Holzen down here is actually getting his right shoulder wrapped by our trainer right now. He has his helmet and all of his pads off at the moment, so it doesn't look good for him returning to the game tonight.
I saw him flexing that shoulder a little bit, and I didn't know it was the extent of it.
Handoff, Korma hitting the backfield and able to get close to getting back to the line of scrimmage, but good penetration that time by the Cardinal defense.
Yeah, Tedrow did a nice job of wrapping him up, bring him down.
So 2nd and 10 from their own 49. Right back on the keeper is swallowed up, drop for a loss. Flag comes in late.
Oh, we'll see what that penalty could be.
So many flags in this game.
I think it's against the Cardinals.
Personal foul, face mask.
Yeah.
Number 6 of the defense.
Yeah, again, that's their
penalty.
4th personal foul penalty.
And so instead of it being 3rd and long, they will have a first down into Cardinal territory, march down to the 38-yard line. Armstrong feeling it right now. All the momentum at their back. They could almost seal a victory if they can find the end zone on this drive. Play action. Pass is complete. Barrett is down the sidelines and into the end zone for the 38-yard score. And Armstrong with 4 unanswered touchdowns.
That's just broken coverage defensively. He was wide open all alone behind the defense. And again, you've got to be able to make sure that don't break coverage, but again, does a nice job of the throw and taking it to the end zone, giving him that 2-score lead.
Kick is up. It is good. It is 28-14 in favor of the Falcons.
Yeah, and the Cardinals got to be scratching their head a little bit. They've let this one get away.
Still a lot of football to be played.
There is.
But with the way the Armstrong defense playing right now, you got continued injury problems on your offense.
Oh, you're missing QB1.
Oh, you're missing QB1, but you've also, so that means wide receiver number 1 becomes QB. And you've already got you're already missing your wide receivers 3 and 4, so you've got 5 and 6 already in there. Now you're at wide receiver number 7 in order to keep 4 receivers on the field.
And this isn't the deepest of teams either, so you're really testing the depth here.
3 plays to go 51 yards, the 38-yard touchdown from Breitbach to Barrett. Gives the Falcons a bare hold on the lead, up 28-14. They have outscored the Cardinals 21-0 here in the third quarter. Nyes kicks it away. Tarnu lets it bounce, takes it from the 15. Looking for blocks, trying to find the sideline, cuts back, and is stopped right at the 30-yard line. And that's where the Cardinals will start on offense.
Yeah, and you talked about it. You work all week with Van Hulsen behind center, and all of a sudden your offense changes, and you're changing basically on the fly. You're not. You don't have a week of practice to work things out. You have to be able to be successful offensively.
Well, and the hard part, I think, is that even more making it more difficult is that their backup quarterback is also one of their top receivers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he has definitely been the number one target tonight.
That's what I'm saying. You're changing the offense.
Play action, pass over the middle is picked and dropped. That one absolutely should have been picked off. Perfect read by James Young, but not able to squeeze it.
You think he knows he should have picked that one off? Boy, he's a disappointed young man. That was right into his hands. And that's just a pass that was underthrown going for Shannon, but Shannon was covered well. And the Cardinals were fortunate.
Doe sets, throws, hit as he throws, incomplete, looking for Cedillo, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Oh, there's a infraction. I think it's going to go against Armstrong.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 8 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, and you know you're drive stalling here, and you can't give up defensively. You can't give up.
Well, we've seen
like
Coon
that.
Rapids with a number of those penalties in this contest, especially in this third quarter. And
well, I don't think they called it there. He must have said something.
Either way, it gives Coon Rapids 1st and 10 from their own 45. Handoff goes to Jeebly, and he's going to be stopped after a very short gain. And that will most likely do it for, or not. We're going to stop the clock. I was going to say it's going to do it for the third quarter, but.
Well,
they are going to rerun it.
Well, they should. An injured player was he got off the field, but that's why they stopped it.
And that will do it for the third quarter. 21 unanswered points by Armstrong in the third quarter has them up 28-14 as we head to the fourth. Coon Rapids trying to answer. We'll see if they can after this on CTN.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Coon Rapids Cardinals trailing by 2 scores as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. It's the first time that they've found themselves in this position since week 1.
Yeah, they really have, and they've pretty much controlled what they wanted to do through the last 4 games. But there you see Jake Van Hulsen, and that's not good. And we hope things are good, and we hope he's okay. And it's a big loss if he cannot continue on this season. We hope it's just a 1-week injury, because that'll change things for what Coon Rapids wants to do on the offensive end.
Could change things for the Coon Rapids hockey team if it's something that would extend that far. But it's certainly hope that he is back on the field for them next week against Hopkins. Jeebly wrapped up in the backfield, keeping his feet moving, but he's not moving forward. He's going to lose 5. It'll be 3rd and long. Third and 14 now.
Yeah, going the wrong way. And you talked about it, Joe. You touched on the fact this defense was picking their play up as well, and they certainly have done that in the third quarter. And it continued on the first play here in quarter number 4.
Jordan Doe on 3rd and long. Looks left, throws the screen to Avant Shannon. Shannon looking for some blockers, but runs out of time. He's not able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. And Coon Rapids is going to be forced to punt. And now he is not bouncing right back up.
Jeremy Shepard has been a busy man here so far this evening. He's out again now to check on Von Shannon. It's his ankle. Looks like he's looking at his ankle.
And injuries can certainly derail a whole season,
especially with a team that doesn't have a lot of depth.
Coach Russin obviously not happy with some of the calls in the contest, and I mean, partly obviously your frustrations are go towards the guys making the calls, but there's also frustration towards the players drawing those flags.
Absolutely, there has to be, and they talk about fundamental football all the time, and that is not fundamental football. Not happy with things that didn't call. Felt that there may be a little extracurricular activity on the field that hasn't been called.
6 penalties for 65 yards in the half.
That means 10 for the game.
For Coon Rapids. Well, we are going to step away as they continue to work on Avant Shannon. Coon Rapids in a punting situation, down 14. You're watching live high school football on CTN.
Winston, nice hands, drives and scores.
So Avant Shannon carried off the field.
Yeah, that's not good.
Terrible sight for Cardinal fans. Already missing Sonny Towell and Lucky Morange out of that receiver core. You got Jordan Doe, one of your top receivers, playing quarterback because your quarterback's down, and now you have Avant Shannon.
You have any eligibility left?
That's your top. That's like your top 4 receivers are unable to be on the field in a receiver position. That's pretty tough. Good high punt. We'll take a bounce and a Cardinal roll. Good punt for Tarnu, downed at the 18. So returning to the field, the Armstrong offense that has been red hot in this second half.
Yep.
3 possessions, 3 touchdowns.
Well, now
they have scored the last 28 points in the game.
You got to rely on your defense just to make sure this doesn't get any more out of hand at this point in the game, because you've got 10:40 left, but your offense is limping along at best.
Didn't have the 11th player on the field, but Korma hustles out, takes position behind Breitbach. He gets the handoff. Patiently waits for some blocking to set up, and he's going to have a short gain.
That ball come out. That ball came out. We'll see what they call. But Nolan able to come away with the ball. Well, they're not certainly going to
say whistle blew before the ball came out, gain of 2 on the play.
Let's take another look at that. The Cardinals bottling up that middle. Oh, that's a bad call. How do they blow the whistle in that situation?
He was still moving.
Clearly ripped it out of his hands.
Well, fortunate whistle for the Armstrong Falcons, keeps them in possession. Play action, Breitbach setting up the screen, and that pass is incomplete. Jones trying to come back to it.
You know, I'm impressed with the way Armstrong has turned it around here in the second half. And not that they weren't playing well in the first half, but Coon Rapids was really dominating for the most part in that first half. But Armstrong has been in a lot of big battles this year, and they're able to come back and take the lead and take the momentum and continue to move forward.
Big, and they've benefited from some big bad some penalties the Coon Rapids Cardinals just can't take. Keeping it here is Breitbach. He gets a block, and he's got a big gain. First down out close to the 40-yard line.
See it again. Fake to Jones. And again, he's able to get to the outside. And his knee looks okay. I think he's doing pretty well.
Handoff goes to Korma this time. Korma hit hard, stopped for no gain. Great read and step up by Shai Williams.
See it again. Korma trying to gain that edge, but Shai Williams with a big tackle, big stick there.
Again on the quarterback keeper. Again, a nice run for Breitbach. He's got a first down just across midfield into Coon Rapids territory.
You know, this Cardinal defense, it's certainly getting tired. They've been doing a nice job of keeping the ball on the ground.
Oh, they're going to move it back. It'll be 3rd and 1 from their 49. Handoff goes to Korma, and he's able to get his way across midfield and get that first down. Handoff, Jones looking for room, nearly had it ripped from his hands, but able to gain control and pick up 3 to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, he's just able to hang on to that football. And certainly Armstrong not in any hurry to get plays in and out. Plenty of time, but they're watching that clock tick down with that 2-score lead.
Breitbach drops, now rolls, chased by Tedrow, throws on the run. That pass is caught by Bowman, just short of the first down marker.
Yeah, I mean, their best receiver by far certainly been quiet for the most part. I think
just his second catch. He really hasn't had a lot of targets even. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 40. Handoff goes to Jones. He's stopped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard, 4th down. And this could be the ball game right here.
Yeah.
I mean, if Coon Rapids can stop them and get the ball back on a turnover on downs, that would be huge. And if they're able to keep this drive going and eat away at more of that clock, Armstrong Falcons might just be able to wrap it up. Bowman is the man in motion. Under centers, Breitbach.
Again, trying
to get the Cardinals to jump. Now a timeout, and the Falcons will talk about it.
Well, as you talked about it earlier, why not try?
Their first of the half.
Because they've had it happen a couple of times. They see the time remaining, 6:44.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question they're going to go for it.
No.
Because they can put a stranglehold on the game if they get the first down. If they don't, their defense playing really well. It's not a terrible place on the field. They give up the ball, especially when you're up 2 scores.
Yeah, and now your whole offense has changed for Coon Rapids because you've got players in there that first of all hadn't had a lot of reps at that position.
There aren't a lot of high school football programs that can look and go, guys 7, 8, and 9 on the receiver depth chart are just as good as numbers 1, 2, and 3.
No.
And that's about where the Cardinals are here. Top 4, not out there as receivers right now. Jake Breitbach's numbers, a couple of touchdowns and 1 interception in the contest. He's also had some big runs. He will keep it. Roll to his left, throw. The pass is complete, and that will be a first down. Goes to the tight end, Armin Walker.
Yeah, and again, just doing enough to keep this drive going. Doing a nice job rolling to his left. And just a soft little toss. That's all they needed.
That's a big boy.
Yeah.
6'3", 238. Handoff went to Korma, and I'm not sure how he broke away from that tackle, but he had a nice gain after that.
We'll see it again. Good blocking there as well.
And another first down. Ball at the 27-yard line. Handoff goes to Korma again and dives forward to the 25.
Again, they're just going to be certainly satisfied to keep pounding the rock, taking time off the clock.
Falcons came in ranked 5, and they are playing like a 5th-ranked club.
They really are.
After a slow start, they have controlled this second half. Handoff to Korma. He's hit and dropped in the backfield for a loss. Jordan Nolan.
Jordan Nolan must have close to a dozen tackles here so far in the evening. $11 tackles, so I knew it was close.
You said it exactly right. He must have close to
11.
A dozen tackles. You don't get any closer than 11. I suppose 11 and a half. Cardinals had him backed up, 3rd and 12.
Offsides. Number 44 of the defense.
That's
5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
That's twice on 3rd and 12 that they've jumped off sides and giving him a 3rd and 7, a little more manageable situation.
So instead of 2nd and 12, it's 2nd and 7, or 3rd and 7, sorry. You see the time ticking down, 4:35 remaining. Bowman, the man in motion. They pitch it to him. He wants to throw. He's got a man complete. Wide open touchdown for Jordan Lewis, his 2nd score of the game.
Well, last year, Bowman and Breitbach split time at quarterback. He could throw the ball, and you saw it there. Totally catching Coon Rapids defense off guard. Thinking Bowman was going to run the ball, but Bowman does a nice job of just stopping up. Look at the defense pursuing to him. You saw 3 white jerseys there, and then he gets behind the defense. It's an easy walk in.
Nice out for the extra point. It is up and it is good, and it is 35-14.
35 unanswered points by Armstrong to take a commanding lead with 4:27 remaining in the contest. See it again, just, really nice play design. Again, you don't see, you see lone coverage, not really a defensive back there. Manos was the closest one to him.
Well, and Armstrong has done that a number of times, just getting plays that have led to guys being wide open with a little bit of misdirection.
Well, another drive that's gone for a long yardage, 82 yards in 14 plays.
Took more than half a quarter.
Yep. And that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to control it. They wanted to control this second half, and that's certainly what they've done.
Well, and barring something close to a miracle, they will improve to 6-0 and drop the Cardinals to 4-2.
It was we talked about time of possession at the half, 2-1 in favor of the Cardinals. Is now there's a minute difference in time of possession.
Well, it's been a much different Coon Rapids team in the second half. The quarterback goes down, the receiver takes over. They've committed penalties that have just been absolutely, hard to recover from. Tarnu on the return from the 10 out across the 35. It looks like they're going to place it about the 37. So a 27-yard return. Place it at the 36. 4:19 to play in the contest. Coon Rapids needs 3 scores. Jordan Doe. 3 receivers to his right. Handoff goes to Jeebly. Tried to turn the corner, but good pursuit by the Falcons down the left line on the left side. Minimal gain.
Yeah, well, when we started this game, we talked about both defense flying to the ball, and you can see, now with a big lead, this defense can tee off a little bit more.
Doe throws, it's tipped, incomplete. Trying to get it to Cedillo. Good pressure on the quarterback, good coverage in the secondary.
Yeah, now again, 3rd and long.
Yeah, they got Ryan Corey out there as a receiver on the left side.
Yeah, well, they got to have somebody out there.
Corey at the top of your screen. You got Cedillo, DeGago. They're going to throw for Corey. Comes back, makes the catch. He'll be short of a first down, but it'll be 4th and about 2.
Well, at this point, obviously, you're going to go for it.
4th and 2 from their own 44. And it'll be a free 5 and a free first down. As
offsides, number 8 of the defense. 5-yard penalty. The result is a first down.
Well, the Cardinals will take it. See him jump there.
Tried to time the snap. And Dante Barnes knew that was a mistake. How do you go from the 44 to the 49 on the other side of the field? They got an extra 2 yards and nobody complained about it?
No.
That was a 7-yard encroachment penalty.
Well, Coon Rapids not going to say a word. You know that.
Well, obviously. I'm just 2nd and 10 from the 49. Clock stop with 2:48 on. 2:48 showing. Handoff up the middle, and not a lot of room for
That ball
Gain
went
of a yard,
to
maybe
Doe,
2.
and Doe couldn't couldn't handle it, and he dropped it, but right to Jeebly, and he's able to pick it up and advance it.
Gain of 2, 3rd and 8. Doe throwing, complete to Cedillo. He's got a first down, makes a man miss, and then buried. Kevin Hoskins again coming up with a big hit.
Hoskins has been all over the field for this Falcon defense. You see him come all the way back to make the tackle.
15-yard gain, 1st and 10 from the 32. Doe on the quarterback draw, spun around and taken down after a gain of 2. Pass is low, incomplete, intended for Cedillo on the left side, 3rd and 8.
Well, the coaching staff will have a lot of work to do if, in fact, Jake Van Housen cannot come back next week.
They'll need Jeremy Shepard has a lot of work to do.
Well, there's no question about that.
It's the walking wounded on that sideline for the Cardinals, and if they can't straighten it out, I mean, still, you lose this contest.
Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Yeah, because you have 2 opponents left that are certainly ones that you can beat. But if you're not at full strength, it's going to make it that much more difficult.
Correct. I mean, you lose this contest, you fall to 4-2, but you come back, and if you can win the next 2 weeks, go into the playoffs with a 6-2 record, you're most likely a home team.
Yep.
Hosting a first-round playoff game.
Yep.
They did host a playoff game 2 years ago, but then were beat by, I believe it was St. Francis. In the first round of the playoffs, pass is complete for a first down to Corey, and that's going to be half the distance as well.
Granted, the score's out of reach for Coon Rapids.
Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds, number 20 of the defense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Granted, you're up big for Armstrong, but Coach Nagan certainly does not like those kind of penalties in any situation. You don't need to give them additional yardage. I mean, in a game situation that's completely different, that hurts you.
Half the distance penalty sets up 1st and goal from the 8. Pitch goes to Jeebly, cuts back and stretches. Touchdown, Coon Rapids.
Well, Cardinals, the fact that they were able to get a score on the board, a little bit of opportunity there for them to get a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. As Jeebly's able to take it in.
Score comes with exactly 1 minute remaining in the 4th quarter. Findley's extra point is good. And now it is 35-21.
Yeah, with exactly 1 minute remaining in the contest. There you see just the quick little pitch to Jeebly, and they got it looked like his rear end touched the ground right about the half-inch line, but fortunately the Cardinals will certainly take it.
Oh, the ref's right there.
Yeah.
He's got the best view, and he immediately signals touchdown. Now you expect to see a onside attempt here.
I would think so. 10 plays, 64 yards, took 3:27 off the clock. David Jeebley with the touchdown run to make it 35-21 in favor of Armstrong.
Well, and with the win, coming in, we knew this could be a decisive game for the division win.
Right.
I believe this will clinch the championship, even with that game to play for Armstrong, because even if they lose next week in their last division game of the season, the only one who could tie them atop would be Coon Rapids, and obviously head-to-head the Falcons come out on top. Onside attempt is easily recovered by the Falcons. They'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line, and I would assume a couple of kneel downs and time to celebrate a homecoming win.
Yep.
And a 6-0 record for the season.
Yeah, you certainly have to be impressed with them, the way that they rebounded and made things happen here in the second half. That touchdown to make it 14-7 really started springboarding them with the momentum, and they made a few adjustments. They did a better job running the football in that.
And their opening drive in the third quarter, aided by 2 personal foul penalties and an offside. Just way too much. Big hit in the middle on Jones, but. And then it's a different offense on the field because of all the injuries.
Correct.
Not making excuses, but definitely that factors into why the second half was so much different and so much in favor of the home team. But give them credit. I mean, they've had a really nice game plan here. They have. They've done some really, really nice things both offensively and defensively. And there's a reason this team is 6-0.
Yeah, there's no question about that. And again, we talked about it, the fact that they're number 5. They played like a number 5 team, certainly here in the second half, and they ran away with it. And Coon Rapids getting a touchdown late to cut it to 14, but it's a happy homecoming here in Armstrong, as the fans are going to storm the field and celebrate this homecoming victory.
Well, the Cardinals' 4-game win streak comes to an end. But the bigger concern, really, that you don't ever want to lose, obviously, but the bigger concern is the health of their numerous players that could factor into what they're able to put on the field for the last 2 weeks. Remember, they have a full week before the last home game against Hopkins, but then a short week before the Park game to wrap up the season on a Wednesday.
Yeah, so, I mean, it'll be a big week to see exactly who can play next week and who cannot, and to make those adjustments. And then, if Jordan Doe is the quarterback for next week, then you do have a full week to game plan for him as the guy behind center.
But who are his receivers? How many of those guys are going to be able to be back on the field?
Well, that's the key.
We certainly hope that Jake will return as the quarterback, and all of the receivers will be back.
Absolutely.
But certainly can't tell if that's going to happen until next Friday. Big start to the second half. A long drive that ends in a touchdown for Breitbach, and they scored 3 touchdowns in that third quarter, and they really got the ground game going. That was what changed things. And again, they were on the field so much, and the Cardinal defense got tired, and that's part of the reason they were taking those penalties. They were just on the field so much. Great possession time for the Falcons. A couple of plays that just really fooled the Cardinal defense and led to some wide open receivers catching touchdowns.
Like that one.
Both of the receiving touchdowns were gigantic.
So
Cardinals do get a touchdown late in the game from David Jeebley, but that just makes it look better on the scoreboard because the Falcons just able to ride it out for the 35-21 win.
You talked about time of possession, and it's 14:57 for Armstrong and 9:03 for the Cardinals in the second half, and really they controlled it, and that's the key. And that combined with the injuries and the penalties, it made it difficult. You look there, 343, but I think the biggest thing. 11 penalties for 113 yards.
Well, but this they were under 100 yards in that category in the first half. So 250 yards of offense in the second half to really storm back from an early 14-point deficit and take a 35-21 win. And again, improved to 6-0 on the season, clinched the Suburban Blue. And they've got a couple of games left. One against, I think they have Chaska as their non-conference game or non-division game next week, and then they finish with Forest Lake, which is one of the teams at the bottom of the standings. So, they're Chanhassen. They have Chanhassen. But back here, so they've got Chanhassen team that, I think this team will have a relatively easy win against Chanhassen, especially if they play the way they did in the second half tonight. And then Forest Lake will be no match.
Yeah, so
this is a team that most likely, not trying to jinx them or anything, but I think this most likely is a team that heads into the playoffs as a number 1 seed in an 8-0 season.
Agree.
This was their last real challenge, and they come out victorious 35-21. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Falcons 35, Coon Rapids Cardinals 21. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Alex Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.